All right, let's answer some questions. I'm trying to lose weight, but I keep binging. So what you need to do is you need to tackle the binging. You got to you got to get rid of your urges because it's okay if you want to lose weight. But the reality is you know that the binging is sabotaging your progress. And I remember like I was very much into health and fitness and I still am very much into health and fitness, not as much as I used to, but I was actually heavier a few years ago when I was trying to lose weight and trying to diet because I was binging compared to now that I don't binge and I'm not even dieting. So you're actually going to reach a way healthier weight that you can maintain long term when you're no longer binging and you're not even going to have to diet. Your body's just going to release weight naturally because you're no longer in this like it's so stressful for your body to be in a calorie deficit and then consuming thousands of calories. Your body's so confused. Your hunger and fullness cues are completely out of whack. So it is okay if you have the desire to lose weight, but you need to tackle your binges first. And I worked with a client inside of my membership, and we did not focus on weight loss. I helped her rewire her brain, and she's gotten rid of her urges. And she doesn't binge anymore. She's completely binge free. We worked together for 6 months inside of my Root and Rewire membership, and she naturally lost 20 pounds. But we didn't even focus on weight loss. I just helped her heal her relationship with food and stop her binging. And as a result, the weight came off. So this is why it's so important to do things in the right order. And it's all about having like a longer term mindset as well, too. Hi, Umi. Okay. Charlotte says, hi, Charlotte. I overeat or binge when I'm full. It's almost like a punishment. What can I do to stop? Okay, Charlotte, I literally just made a TikTok video on this because it's like you feel uncomfortable because you're full, but it's also like a comfortable feeling full. Like it's like uncomfortable, comfortable feeling. And this is so common because it's like, oh, I'm already full. I'm already full. So I might as well keep on eating because I'm already full. So then, like tomorrow, I'm obviously not going to overeat. Tomorrow, I'm obviously not going to eat past fullness. Like tomorrow is going to be the most perfect day with my food. So I'm just going to keep on eating, right? It's a love-hate relationship. Yes, 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 Charlotte. So what I would do to stop is I would really recommend that you remind yourself like it is okay that I'm full right now because you judging yourself for the fact that you ate past fullness is the reason you're punishing yourself. Obviously, you want to stop when you're full, but judging yourself for not being able to do that yet if you haven't gotten back in tune with your hunger and fullness cues is causing you to binge. So yes, of course you want to stop eating when you're full, but again, while you're working towards getting your hunger and fullness cues back, you might continue to overeat, but overeating is way better than binging. So reminding yourself, okay, I'm not going to judge myself when I'm overly full. Guess what? I'm not going to feel better if I keep on eating. I'm full right now and I'm uncomfortable. But if I keep on eating, I'm going to be even more uncomfortable. And a phrase that I remind my clients a lot is it's not too late to stop. It is not too late to stop because it's very easy to think, oh, I already blew it. Oh, I already ate so much. I can't just like eat. I can't just like stop. Like I might as well go into the pantry and eat more because like it's too late. I already messed up, but it's not too late. It is not too late. You're not going to feel any better if you continue eating, and this is rewiring your brain. So when you're full and you continue eating, then your brain creates that pattern, that habit in your brain. I'm full and I'm going to keep on eating. I'm full and I'm going to keep on eating. So to rewire your brain out of these habitual cycles, it's reminding yourself, I'm full right now. It's not too late to stop. It's feeling the discomfort because it is going to feel uncomfortable when you're breaking any habit. It's going to feel uncomfortable because you're going to want to eat more because you're uncomfortable, but I am safe. It is okay if I feel uncomfortable. I'm not going to judge myself. It's okay if I ate past fullness. I'm not going to judge myself. It's not too late to stop. Okay, Charlotte. What can somebody do to start tackling binging? Well, I recommend you jump into my membership. It starts at $97 per month. I teach you all the foundational tools to heal your relationship with food, tackle binge eating. You learn how to rewire your brain, get to the root of your binge eating, stop secret eating, no longer think about food 24/7. But the main focus is two things. You got to release your food rules and you got to practice not giving into your urges. So many people are scared of honoring their cravings. And then what happens is because people are so scared of honoring their cravings, then their cravings intensify and they have these strong urges. Let me know in the chat if you're like, I know what the heck, I know what a strong urge feels like. So then you have this strong urge and it feels, you feel compelled to give in. And so you keep giving into your urges. And again, you're creating that habitual cycle in the brain. So they both go hand in hand. When you have less food rules, right, you're going to have less cravings, and cravings aren't bad, but you're going to be able to honor your cravings. And when you honor your cravings, you're going to have less urges. As a result of less urges, you're going to have less binges, and therefore you're going to rewire your brain out of these habitual cycles. Let's see. Okay, drop your binge eating questions for me down below, you guys. Hi, Krista. Okay, let's see here. It's like really full or hungry, yes. Charlotte, you're welcome. It's self-sabotaging. Yes, Catherine. Love my tan. Oh my God. I went to my parents' house for Father's Day and I got so red. You can't really tell. It kind of turned into a tan, but I got like so red. Like literally it was, oh yeah, you can't really see, but I was like a freaking tomato. My husband calls me sweet potato. And as soon as I sent him a picture, because he didn't come with me, he's like, now you're my sweet tomato. I was literally so red. But it kind of turned into a tan. Okay. Binge drinking is not my specialty, so I focus on binge eating. So any binge eating questions, drop them down below. Can you explain the difference between a binge and overeating? Absolutely. Absolutely. I think it's Lauren. Okay. So this is about, hey, Jessica, the difference between binge eating and overeating is how you feel while eating. So when you're overeating, you intellectually know I'm full. But man, that pie looks so good, or that slice of lasagna, like it's just a little bit more, like I just want a little bit more. It was just so good. You intellectually know you're full. And it's not like you feel like compelled, like I need to eat it right now, but it's just like, oh, it just looks good. Like I know I'm full. And it's kind of like mellow. You might be around other people. Like it's not like you're doing it in secret. You don't feel like this rush of anxiety or like this surge of energy, like you have to give in right away. It's just like, I probably could have stopped after having one slice of pie, but I decided to go for two, right? It's like, it's kind of just like, I know I shouldn't have probably done that. Binge eating is this out of body experience. It feels like somebody is taking over your body and doing things with food that do not feel like you. So binging is typically done in secret when your partner goes to bed, you're home alone, and it feels like you have absolutely no control. So you would not binge in front of other people. It's always done like when you're in secret. It's standing up. You're literally standing up in front of the kitchen counter or the kitchen sink and you're just scarfing food down your throat. It's the feeling. It's the feeling that you get. So again, overeating, it's like maybe you finish your dinner and you're like, again, I didn't really need that slice of pie, but like it just looked good or it sounded good. Compared to binging, it's like you're not even hungry. You don't even have the awareness to like stop. Like when I used to binge, it felt like I entered a different planet. It literally felt like I entered a different planet and like I couldn't even stop. Even if I told myself stop, I just felt like I couldn't, because it was like somebody was controlling what I was doing with food. Like somebody was controlling how much I was eating. It was like somebody literally had like a remote control and they're just like, keep on eating. So that's the difference between binge eating and overeating. The main difference is how you're feeling and then the secrecy. right? Because everyone can overeat from time to time, right? Like everyone can eat from time to time. Whether it's like, you're at birthday parties, social events, get-togethers, obviously you don't want to be overeating like every single night. That's crazy. But people who have a healthy relationship with food, they might overeat at birthdays or get-togethers, but they don't have this urge. They don't feel compelled to go into their pantry and eat until they're physically sick. It's the hardest thing in the world. No one understands it until they suffer. So, Katie, I get it. I struggled with binge eating for 10 years of my life, and now I am 4 years binge free, and I've been able to help so many clients across the world conquer binge eating too. So, you're not the exception. When you feel seen and you feel understood by somebody, and you have tangible tools of how to get rid of your urges, how to eat without guilt, how to get back in tune with your hunger and fullness cues, you're going to actually feel so much excitement and so much hope that you can conquer binge eating as well too. What about cravings? How does that factor in? Can you crave without binging? So, okay, Katie, message me on my Instagram. Let's chat. We can chat about potentially working together if you're open to that. I've had clients that have struggled with binge eating for 10, 20, 30 plus years of their life, and I can support you. So promise you we're not broken, Katie. Okay, cravings. How does that factor in? Can you crave something without binging? 100%. So I am 4 years binge free. I still have cravings to this day. Cravings are not the problem. The problem is fearing cravings. The problem is, oh, I shouldn't be giving into my cravings. I really want the chocolate, but I probably shouldn't. And then you dismissing your cravings is going to result in urges, which is going to lead into binging. I literally just made a TikTok video right before I came on live, and I said, a binge can often start when you're craving something sweet and you're like, I'm just going to have some fruit. And you like try to do well. And the entire time you're having the fruit, you're like, I just want the ice cream. I just want the ice cream. So you have the fruit, that's not satisfying. You go try another alternative and you're like, that's not what I really want. And then you end up having the ice cream that you wanted in the first place. But now you had the fruit, you had the yogurt, you had that whatever, and you ended up having what you wanted in the first place. So cravings are going to turn into urges when you don't honor your cravings. Cravings are not bad. Somebody can have a few pieces of chocolate and remind them that they're not doing anything bad so they can move on with their day, compared to somebody else that's like, oh my God, I failed, I messed up. And then that judgment that I was telling Charlotte, that judgment is what spirals into a binge. So Charlotte, you said, any tips on how to distract myself from entertaining a binge? So distraction will not stop your binge eating. Just distracting, like telling yourself don't binge, is not an effective solution to stop binge eating. And don't feel bad, because like I tried distracting myself for so many years, but distracting yourself doesn't get rid of your urges. So the way that I tell my clients is like, sure, you can technically like get lucky and like distract yourself, maybe go for a walk or call a friend, and like maybe you got lucky and you didn't binge that night, but that doesn't prevent another binge from arising. How about tomorrow when you feel the urge? How about when you're home alone? How about when you're on vacation? How about when you're at a social event and there's sweets galore? Now what? That doesn't get rid of your urges. So what I do with my clients is I really help them get rid of their urges so that they stop popping up. So again, I am 4 years binge free and I don't have a single urge to binge. So now I don't have to try to not give in. I just don't feel the urge. So for Charlotte and anyone listening, instead of distracting yourself, what you can do instead is shaking. So get up and like literally shake your body. That's going to create a state change in your body. Breath work, so forceful exhales through your mouth as you snap your belly in. That's going to be more effective. Or even a cold shower, cold therapy, splashing cold water on your face, hopping in a cold shower. That's going to create a state change in your body. Your body's physically going to feel different, and you're going to mentally think differently as well too. Do you see how that's far more effective than just don't binge? You know how many times my clients will tell me like, I just told myself I'm not going to binge, and then they end up binging because you can't think your way out of a binge. So this is going to be way more effective in creating. I'm tapping. Thank you, Charlotte. You're so welcome. I'm tapping too because why the heck not? Like. Okay. Let's see here. Ben and Jerry's or Haagen-Dazs. I actually have Ben and Jerry's in my fridge. I also like So Delicious. I like the cookie dough. Anyone else a cookie dough fan? Chocolate chip cookie dough. Who is a chocolate chip cookie dough fan? Where are you at? Where are the cookie dough fans at? Best type of ice cream ever. Oh, my husband always calls me when I'm on the live stream. Okay. Mina, I'm new here. How do you control your emotions if you're an emotional binger? Oh, okay. I actually have an emotional eating program starting at the end of the month. What I would say is how to control your emotions if you're an emotional binge eater is number one, you need to remind yourself that you are safe to feel emotions. The number one reason why people self-soothe with food is because you're seeing emotions as like big scary monsters. Like, I can't handle the stress, I can't handle the anxiety, I can't handle the overwhelm. And when you're looking at your emotions like these big scary monsters and you believe you can't handle it, what's the fastest way to escape and run away from these emotions so that you don't feel it? Self-soothing. And I'm here to tell you, you can handle your emotions. Like, don't see them as big, scary monsters. See your emotions as just energy in motion. So label the emotion of what you're feeling. I'm anxious right now. I am overwhelmed right now. I'm stressed right now. Just the act of labeling your emotion can help you actually feel through your emotion. You have to feel in order to heal. So it's not this crazy thing of like, I need to sit here for 25 minutes and like feel my stress. Like, nobody has the time for that, or nobody has the energy for that. But it's just labeling it and noticing, but not waiting until you got to the point where you're super stressed that you don't even want to do this. Do check-ins throughout the day. First thing in the morning, how am I feeling? Label the emotion. As you're going about your day, how am I feeling? Okay, I'm noticing I'm starting to feel a little anxious. Because if you check in throughout the day, you can catch the emotion versus the emotion stacks and the emotion builds. And then you get to a point where you're so emotionally almost like constipated that I tell my clients, you're so emotionally constipated where you don't have a choice but to self-soothe with food. And by the way, if any of you guys are struggling with emotional eating, you are eating when you're happy, bored, stressed, overwhelmed, food makes you happy. Food is the main source of pleasure in your life. Maybe you notice that you eat to procrastinate when you don't want to do certain tasks. Message me the word emotion. I have my emotional eating program starting at the end of the month, but it's on early bird pricing right now. So if any of you guys are interested in that, you're like, yes, oh my gosh, I need to learn how to process my emotions so that turning to food, like anytime I'm happy, bored, emotional, lonely, sad, I just eat, you got to jump in. So message me emotion. And it's on early bird pricing right now before the price jumps up soon in a few days. How do I stop after a few pieces? I try to just have some treats, but I'll end up eating all of them. Well, so Cass, this is a great question, and I don't know what you've been trying so far to heal your relationship with food and how long you've been trying. But if you still have urges, you're going to have a few pieces and you're going to feel the need to keep on going because it's that urge, it's that like animalistic part of you that's like driving you to eat. So it doesn't feel like you have any control. You can tell yourself, I'm just going to have a few, but then that animalistic urge comes out and it's like, I want more, I want more, I want more. So you have to get rid of your urges. And the way that you start having less urges is by honoring these cravings. And what I will say is there is a little bit of a messy middle. At the beginning, you might allow yourself to have a few pieces of chocolate and you might binge. And most people will give up and they say, look, I binge. See, I can't have a few pieces of chocolate. But I know that you're a badass and you're going to keep on going. And actually, the more times that you do that, you take chocolate off of a pedestal. And it's like, okay, I can have it. Like it's literally not even off limits. I don't feel the need to binge on it. But when you're judging yourself and you're like, oh, I told myself I was going to stop at a few and I didn't, you're judging yourself and then that's going to spiral into a binge. So you're going to be able to stop after a few pieces when you get rid of your urges, you start honoring your cravings, you have more satisfying meals, and you recognize that this is a process and it's not going to happen overnight. Let's see here. What are your thoughts on rewarding no binge days? So Charlotte, great question. And so I actually have one of my clients, she hasn't binged in 14 days, just recently a client. We've been working together for 14 days and she hasn't binged since, but I think it's very important to celebrate yourself. Like with all of my clients, we celebrate, like we have an entire group chat in my programs that has wins. And like every single time you don't give into your urge, every single time you don't binge, we celebrate it because that's so important to remind yourself that you're making progress. You're rewiring your brain. You are stepping into your binge-free life. Like that's huge. However, I just spat. I get very passionate. However, you don't want to put it on a pedestal to be like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, I haven't binged today. Oh my God, what if this doesn't last? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna sabotage. I'm probably gonna binge again on Friday. Like, I'm not even gonna bother celebrating because I'm probably gonna have a binge tomorrow. Where does your mind go? A lot of the times people don't celebrate themselves because, oh, well, it's probably too good to be true. Well, I'm probably just gonna have a binge tomorrow. Well, like, I don't want to jinx myself. So I'm just gonna pretend that didn't even happen. And like, I don't want to celebrate because, like, what if I binge later on? That is self-sabotage. So it's this duality. It's this duality of I'm going to celebrate the crap out of myself because I'm a freaking badass who didn't give into her urge. But at the same time, I'm not going to treat it like it's such a big deal. I'm going to normalize it. Well, of course I didn't give into my urge. Like I'm healing my relationship with food. Of course I didn't give into my urge. I'm rewiring my brain. Of course I didn't give into my urge because I'm honoring my cravings. So it's that duality of celebrating yourself, like jump up and down, like celebrate yourself, freaking throw yourself a dance party, but at the same time, don't be shocked. Like, of course, that's the duality that I help with my clients. Bum, bum, bum. Why is it important to label the emotion? Because if you don't label the emotion and you just go about your day, you don't even know how you're feeling. You're not even checking in. So just simply labeling the emotion of I am stressed, I am overwhelmed, you can notice how you're feeling and then you can either use like breath work or different grounding emotional regulation techniques to really ground your nervous system so that the emotion doesn't build over time. You're welcome, Mina. I never feel satisfied. I would really add in more fats into your diet because adding in more fats is really going to help you feel more full and satisfied. Cass, you are so welcome. Okay, if you guys have been loving this, I'm actually doing a free Q&A on Friday on Zoom. So come join me. If you go to the link in my bio, you can register. It's completely free. You actually get to come on Zoom with me. I'm doing a free coaching call. And you get to come on Zoom with me. You get to ask me your questions and I will be able to support you. We can kind of chat back and forth on a more like deeper level. So go to the link in my bio right now and register. It's completely free. It's happening on Friday. You don't want to miss it because even if you don't have a question, the answers that I'm going to be giving to all the other ladies are going to be so beneficial. I've had so many people come to these Q&As and they're like, Lorna, you answered a question that I didn't even know I had. And I just feel less alone. So get your booty registered. If once you register, come back in here and let me know because this is going to be fabulous. Go link in my bio right now because I'm only doing this once. I don't do this all the time. This is like a once in a blue moon occasion. I don't do free coaching calls. So go to the link in my bio and register right now. It's completely free and it's going to be probably like an hour, maybe more of a Q&A style. And again, you can just come on and ask your binge eating questions. So go register. I'm super excited. Okay, last few minutes here before we wrap up. Are there any final questions? Andrea just popped on. Do you have a question for me? Let me know if there are any other questions. But definitely register for the free Q&A happening on Friday. Registered! Yay! I'm so excited. Who is that? KKJTT. Who is that? Let me know. Oh, I'm so excited. This is going to be amazing. Yay! Celebrating you. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. It's going to be so amazing. This is like a once in a lifetime opportunity, you guys. Like, I don't do these free Q&As. Been a struggle for too long. Well, I'm excited. I'm excited. There's a lot of keys, Charlotte, to say to being binge free. Yay, Charlotte! Oh my God, I can't wait to like actually see you on Zoom. Hopefully you can actually come live. There's a lot of things, a lot of keys to being binge free. Not feeling guilty is very huge, but I think community is so important. The reason that my clients are able to conquer binge eating, and the reason I conquered binge eating, is because I was part of a community. And when you're part of a community and you feel seen and you feel understood and you're celebrating yourself and you're not feeling alone, that just creates so much more momentum. So I would say like that's a huge key. Registered too. Yay! Oh my gosh, what is your name? Drop it down below. I'm so excited. This is so amazing, guys. I'm so freaking pumped. This is going to be amazing. Okay. Go register. Get your booty registered. It's like let's see who, actually, I think I can pull it up on how do we register? Go to the link in my bio on TikTok. Maxie just joined, Karen, Charlotte, I saw, Sarah, Russell, Chloe. Oh my God, this is going to be so much fun. Let's see how many of you guys registered. I'm so excited. 22 of you guys. Maxie, okay, I just saw Maxie B. Yeah, Maxie, I'm so excited. Oh my God, I'm so pumped to like actually chat with you guys on Zoom. This is going to be so much fun. Okay, go register. Charlotte, I can't wait to see you. Hopefully the questions that you asked was super helpful, the answers that I gave. And I'm excited for you to come on to the coaching call on Friday as well too. So I'm so excited. All right, you guys, have a fabulous rest of your day. If you've not yet registered, it's a free Q&A. Go to the link in my bio and register. It's going to be fantastic. So check your email. Check your email. It's at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, but check your email because there's the Zoom link. It's not on TikTok. So that's why you have to register, and then you'll get an email with the special Zoom link, but it's 1 o'clock Eastern Time. You'll get a reminder as well too. Okay, you're welcome. All right, you guys, have a fantastic rest of your day, and we'll see you guys on Friday for the free Q&A. All right, talk to you soon. Bye.